This is the first time that Zion's going to play on the second night of a back-to-back, and you know that he's averaging 28 points per game over his last 6 games. Brendan, are we starting to see him find his win and step his game up to a level where you're no longer concerned about his health?
I think we are, and the fact that he's playing back-to-backs tells me that the medical staff in New Orleans believes that he has passed whatever that's ailing him, and they're ready to let this kid go full throttle and go out there and play his regular minutes, and they're not worried about back-to-backs anymore. It was one thing when he first came back, they were trying to monitor the situation, but I think that Zion has proven, hey, I'm healthy, I'm ready to go, and I trust that medical staff, and they're willing to let him rock.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, when you start seeing the guy playing back-to-back and the way he's playing and some of the moves he's making, I think he's also trusting it. I mean, he's going up for rebounds and not worried about landing. I thought he did a nice job of filling his way out at the beginning. But right now, he's playing bully ball. He's going full tilt. I think he's ready to go.
And 2 to 3 years from now, who's going to be the better player? Luka or Zion?
Who's going to have the better stats or who's going to be the better player?
Who's going to be the better player?
Come on, Smitty. You know who the better player is going to be.
I am saying the better player, skill-wise, is Luka Doncic. But the most exciting to me is going to be Zion. And I think the Pelicans, to have him even get to close to Luka's level, is going to have to put a lot of players around him to make up some of the deficiencies for him. But I think Luka's going to be the better player.
I think the better player is going to be Luka, and I see that just based on where the game is today. Luka is so much better in the screen and roll than Zion. When you look where the game is today, it's all about forwards that can be very versatile, handle the ball in the pick and roll, and Luka can do that. He can score the ball at all 3 levels, and more importantly, if he's having a night, Smitty, where he's not scoring well, he can get you 14, 15 assists. So I like the versatility in his game, the fact that he's a ball handler at the end of games. You can put him in the screen and roll, and then you don't have as many questions about conditioning and injuries as you will with Zion moving forward. Zion's going to have to prove that he can stay healthy. He's also going to have to prove that he can get in better shape, and I also think he has a couple more layers to add to his game. Luka's game is already pretty much where it needs to be.
And we're not taking nothing away from Zion.
It's no hate.
It's going to be fun. He's going to be phenomenal.
It's no hate at all.
How do each of them impact winning? Because we see the stats and we can point to this number and that number, but when it comes to wins, we see it manifesting with Luka. How does it manifest with Zion as well?
Well, I think the one thing is he's doing what he's supposed to do. And I think because of the way he played, he has to add some more skill. And he doesn't even have to get to the Luka level where he can dribble, he can pass, he can do all that. He has to just keep playing hard. I think the one thing I think he can impact Luka, have a better advantage is on the defensive end. I think he can be a lockdown defender at that 3 or 4 blocking shots if he gets in better shape and commits himself to the defensive end. Not that he's bad, B-Wood, but I think he could be at that all-defensive level because he can slide, he can take the bump, and at the end, he can finish with a block shot.
Yeah, Zion has the body to be to basically be a defensive end playing basketball. So when you throw him out there in a couple of years, when he gets in better shape and gets more confidence and realizes what defense means to winning, this is a guy that could be a guy that's first-team All-NBA, but at the same time in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. I see that type of potential in Zion. And when you talk about the way he impacts winning in every way possible. He makes the highlight plays. He's a good kid. He's a leader. When you get a mismatch, he's a movable chess piece, so you can put him in all types of screen and rolls, and you can take advantage of him anywhere. And the thing I love, Smitty, he keeps the game simple. Put somebody big on me, I'm going to face them up. Put somebody small on me, I'm going to punish them on the block. He plays to his strengths.
And for Luka, we've been talking about a guy. A month ago, he was in an MVP conversation.
Yeah.
Not saying he was going to win it, but I had him at least in my top 4 or 5.
Yeah, he's still number 3. Just the other two.
Think so?
I have him number 3. I think the other 2 guys are just so far. Like when you talk about LeBron and Giannis, I think Giannis is way ahead of everybody. Then Bron, then Luka.
Yeah, and when we talk about Rookie of the Year, I mean, Ja Morant is the guy that we circle and say he's the guy that's going to win the award. Zion, though, is putting up monster numbers his rookie season. His former AAU teammate has won Rookie of the Month award every single month so far this season. Coming up, we check in on Ja Morant and the Grizzlies. You're watching the warm-up presented by Ford. Every time he should be on.
Hey, that's filthy.
Every single time.
Well, he can jump, too, so sometimes he's over the rim.
He got sassy with that ball.